decided to film a quick video, just a quick tour of my garden. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Starting on this end of the backyard bed, I have a pugster, a butterfly bush, a couple of daylilies back here, and these were the alliums that I thought were pretty much rotten, but they all popped up. And look, I actually see a little tiny bloom head coming up, and I have 3 purple daylilies. These are sunflowers, some kind of pre-winter, like small variety of sunflowers. And then I have basically a little hedge of hydrangeas. So that's the limelight, quick fire, limelight, quick fire, and then limelight all the way at the end. And I have 3 knockout pink roses around the little solar fountain. And then I also have super windy out here. It's been so windy for the past couple of days. Veronica, so white wands Veronica in front of the roses, and then I have 2 more here, and this is a purple Veronica, which actually already has a couple of blooms coming up. I may need to move that one back a little bit because it's going to overcrowd the white Veronicas. Bee balm, so these are 2, like a lavender color bee balm. I underplanted, well, I actually planted behind the roses. I don't know if you can see back there, some Gora that I had left over in a container, but I think it died. I don't think it's gonna come back. So again, limelight hydrangea, which I think out of all of them, this one is the one that's leafed out the best. I got these on clearance from Lowe's last year. This is a quick fire, and these are Chloropsis. I don't know how you pronounce it, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's a little mound right here, and then in between those I have a couple of echinaceas. Oh, look at the bee on the blueberries, and if you can see it, little bumblebee. These 2 blueberry bushes. The bigger one here was a gift from my sister's mother-in-law last year, and it looks like I'm gonna have a really good harvest of blueberries. Look, it's a little bumblebee pollinating my blueberries. Hey there, little guy. Aww. All right, I'll leave you alone, let you do your thing. I don't remember what this little bush is called. I know it's by Proven Winners. Love the color. It's like a chartreusey green, yellowish. It's really pretty. And then the peony that I transplanted last year. It's another plant that I thought I lost. It came back. So luckily, I also may need to move this one. There is a mulberry tree right here, which is huge, and it's just starting to leaf out. A peach that I got from fastgrowingtrees.com, which is Reliance peach. It's about 6 feet tall, but I don't think I'm gonna get any fruit of it this year, which is fine. I have a dwarf peach up front that I think may actually bear fruit this year. It's been in the ground for almost 3 years, but it's never really been able to hold any peaches. Strawberry tower, which was kind of a fail. I ordered 25 strawberry bare root plants from fastgrowingtrees.com. Not a single one of them is alive. The ones that you see here that are actually green were some that I overwintered in the greenhouse, which Or so ever-bearing, that's Tyson. Strawberries that I got last year from Fast Growing Trees, and these are fine. I actually have strawberries already on them, so you can see right there. But the rest of them, they didn't do too well. They're basically pretty dead. And then over here, I sowed some zinnia seeds, which I thought it might be too cold, but they actually all germinated, which is awesome. And I can move the container somewhere else once they do start growing. Here are my grapes. So these are Niagara grapevine. This one has a little tiny bloom. I don't know if I'll get any grapes this year, but the goal is to get it to climb up the pergola, but it's doing a good job. And on this side, I have a Concord grape. So this one also has some blooms. Tyson, my Dobie, chewed off one of the branches. I tried to repop it back in the ground, but I don't think it's going to do anything. My plants for the front containers. So we'll be potting these up next couple days. It's supposed to be nicer next week. So I'll be doing these. And these are my David Austin Generous Gardener roses. These are going to go on an arbor. On the other side, we started with my dad putting together a little patio area on this side where the peach tree is. But it's been raining non-stop. We have a few breaks, but we just haven't had a chance to finish. Over in the greenhouse, so I have this little cheap greenhouse. It's done its purpose for about a year from Wayfair, but I have a Parlam greenhouse that I ordered from Walmart. Actually got on sale, so I have to put that together, and that is gonna go right where you see that raised bed. So that's all gonna come out. It's a 6x6 greenhouse. It's gonna fit perfect right there. And then I'm planning on hopefully making a brick path coming from the gate. We need to reseed some grass. The dogs, we used to have 2 dogs. One of them was my sister's, and they moved, so of course they took the puppy with them. And both dogs, so Tyson is a 2-year-old Doberman, and the other one was about the same age. He was a mini Labradoodle, but they used to run literally circles around the pergola, and you see the grass is completely gone all around the pergola. So I seeded some over here, and it's starting to sprout because we had a couple days that were warm, but then it got cold again. So in the greenhouse, I have delphiniums. These are some asters, penstemon, delphiniums. I have 2 Roma tomatoes. I just got too big for me to have under grow lights, which is they're actually flowering. And there is my Russian red pomegranate. So I'm excited to get that in the ground. And that one is also gonna go in that new flower bed that we were building the patio on. This is a Kishu mandarin that's in that white pot right there. Oh, one of the tomatoes fell over. And then I have a couple of mums that actually made it through last year, so I'm going to plant those in that same flower bed. And then I have more flowers. Ooh, look, foxgloves are all up. Oh, this is exciting. So I started, these are hollyhocks, little ones right here, that one right there too, and all of those right there are all foxgloves. That one doesn't seem like nothing came up, but those all have come up. Oh, that's so exciting. This is white yarrow. That one and that one. This one too. This one is another hollyhock that didn't seem to sprout. tomato fell over. It's been super windy. Some basil. It's got some sunburn, thyme, and then also some oregano back there, which is looking awesome. Other tomato that fell over. I put them in here. I think we need some water. So they keep tipping over. We have cats, and the cats tend to come in here and dig up and poop. So maybe that's what he's smelling. Hey, get out! Come on! Oh my god. Bad, Tyson! He thinks it's all a joke. Of course. A quick fire hydrangea. This one actually winter over in the little greenhouse I just showed you, and it's doing the best out of all the hydrangeas that I have, so that is awesome. Hopefully this one is the first one to get some blooms. And I had a couple of extra strawberries, so I popped them right underneath here. And on here, these containers are getting a makeover. This part of the fence is nothing but shade, so it's a little hard to find what to plant. So these are some heucheras and some ivy that's growing in there. There's another heuchera and then another container with ivy. There was my obelisk that I put together the other day. So let's go to the veggie garden. Going on out here. I'll show you a fail. Zucchini plants. Way too early for those. This is an apple tree. This is a columnar apple tree, which is all leafed out. And so I have 6 beds in total. 4 3x3 and 2 6x3 beds. This is a kale bed, so this is all kale. I'm almost finished setting up drip for all of them. I think we've been getting too much rain, so nothing has really taken off. This one is also kale, and some onions. The onions are doing really good. So these are, I believe, yellow Spanish onions. On the 6x3 bed, I have some beets. So you see all of them coming up, and I have some dwarf peas, and then I have some can't remember what they're called, but those are regular vining peas. Planted some lettuce in between just to try to keep the cats out of using my beds as a litter box. And I also planted some radishes in there. Carrots are up. Do need to come back in and thin those out. And then I have some cilantro, another little cilantro bush right there. And then peas. Like I said, we've been getting a lot of rain, so I don't know what's going on with the peas. Kale. This kale is doing, I think, the best out of all the other ones. Blackberry bushes I have in some grow bags. They're doing really good. Thornless. What are they called? So these are triple crown blackberries, and this is a Chicago hardy fig, which hasn't leafed out, but it has tons and tons of figs. Let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. I have at least 13 figs on here. It's so exciting. 6 times. There's another little apple tree in that corner, and this is all the greens. So just salad blends, and spinach. I have 2 broccolis, 1 in each corner, and then peas that died. And these are the other radishes. These are doing a lot better. The other day I came through when I finished setting up the drip, and I sowed, I think, 2 more rows of radishes, so that way I can have a couple different harvests. These are all yellow, so I'm not sure if it's just too much water. And then the plan is to do zinnias all around the little fence here. So I'm gonna have to bring the tiller out and till so I can sow zinnia seeds. And then I have backup zucchinis, so I can take these out and I'll replant those. So just really quickly, I'm gonna take you around to the flower, but ooh, we have a rose. So my dad and I planted with a row of knockout roses. These are pink, and in front of it there's a little baby hedge of boxwoods, sprinter boxwoods by Proven Winners. I got them on sale last year. Look, we have a little rose. There is first bloom of the spring. They had aphids really bad, so I came and I sprayed them with neem oil and soap water, so they seem to be doing pretty good. Some lavender planted in between. I do need to get a couple more lavender plants, and they're just the beginning of the tulips, and there's the dwarf peach tree, which I think has a couple little baby peaches. I don't know if you can see them right there. Hopefully I'm able to get some peaches off of this tree this year. It's loaded, actually. It's got a bunch of them. I just stepped on a tulip. So a nine bark. So pink mixed roses, some boxwoods, and there is quickfire hydrangea. Interplanted with all the tulips, trees in front. So these are the pots that I'll be redoing in a couple days. And these are all the Labella Pock tulips. It's a couple of echinaceas right there planted in front of the tree. The azalea is starting to bloom. Excuse the weed. It's super pretty. I'm not really sure when to trim azaleas, but it definitely does need a trim. So the Labella Pock tulips, they haven't really opened, I guess because it's super cold. They're so pretty and they smell so good. Some little yellow evergreens. There, the sedum is loving life. It's looking really, really good. More tulips. This little bush was here when we moved in, so I'm not really sure what it is. More tulips. So the wind got super bad, so I'm just gonna do a quick voiceover. I wanted to show you that I had a couple of hibiscus plants planted there, but they look dead. I know they're normally the last thing to come out. Hydrangea tree is here, it's leafing out. Underneath of it I have emperor tulips planted and some Russian sage. I also have some daffodils that are pretty much spent, so we'll be cutting those down once they start to yellow. But yeah, this little part here, don't know what to do with it. There is a gas line that runs along that line there, so I'm a little afraid to dig. So it's a project that maybe I can work on just to see what I can do. I was thinking maybe some raised beds to go along the wall with some evergreens. And I was also thinking of an arbor, maybe doing an arbor right at the beginning, so I can kind of define the space between my house and the neighbors. But yeah, more tulips. Most of the tulips came up. I planted, I believe, 200, so about 250 tulips in total. And I need to do something with these pots. Love these colors. Super pretty. I do need to re-edge the bed, and I need some summer color. I'm thinking I'm going to actually do either Supertunias or I'm going to do Impatiens. They did pretty good last year. But yeah, roses are going to bloom all the way throughout our last frost, which is awesome.